From a place beyond time.
Welcome back, guys. Game number 3 here in this best of 3. KP against CIS Rejects. I'm Durka in the JD Studios. Let's get straight into it, shall we? The draft has begun. We've got a D2CL first pick. This time around, though, KP have not banned the Night Stalker. So let's just recap things for you. So game number 1, CIS Rejects, they kind of just walked over KP. Undying on KP's side didn't have a massive effect, and a tiny wisp from Iceberg plus Vanscore just kind of walked away with it. But game number 2, Bisa on that Slark with cancel on the Wind Ranger, pretty much immaculate play. But come with me, he stepped up his game. Tusk snowballing around, finding openings across the map. And now we're down to the decider in this best of 3. Game 3, KP start off with a Dazzle up against the D2CL. That's a good laning support. You can hold your own up against there with the heal, the poison touch, and do a good amount of damage. But at this point, I should welcome in my co-caster, Scant. How are you doing?
I'm doing just alright, and I'm thinking exactly about that Night Stalker pick you referred to at the beginning, because Bone7 did ban Night Stalker in the first phase in both of the previous games. So doesn't ban it this time, and we're not really seeing anyone pick it, which makes me even more suspicious about why it was being banned in those games, because he must have had some reason, expecting it to be a high priority pick. With the D2CL being first picked, and with our discussion previously about our Night Stalker would likely be preferred as an offlaner, or at least in terms of the recent buff, I'm not too sure that the hero is going to come through in the draft at all, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's not as though it's like, oh, Dire side Night Stalker, because CIS Rejects were Radiant game 1, Dire game 2, and Night Stalker was banned against them in both of those games, so it's not to do with the side either. But we'll see. Maybe KP want to pick it up for themselves, because I know Come With Me has played a decent amount in the past, and the role that he's playing now on this Tusk and the Undying, the 4-spot kind of, distraction support, I kind of want to call it, the good initiator, the nuisance, the annoying little devil that runs around causing pain and havoc for everybody else. It's a good hero to actually have in the hands of someone like Come With Me, who can really utilize it well. But CIS Rejects ban out the Huskar after KP banned the AA, which is, AA in the second phase is not a normal ban by any means. It kind of does scream, hey look, we're going to pick something that doesn't like to get hit by the Ice Blast.
Yeah, they do already have the Dazzle, and the A is pretty good against that. But I think it's actually quite clever to pick the Dazzle and then ban the AA, making the enemy team think that it's just about the Dazzle, but actually you're planning to get Dazzle and Huskar. So an intelligent return ban from CIS Rejects. And now KP, if they were planning on going the Huskar, have to sit and think about a new plan for their draft. Possibly they're not even thinking just about this ban, but which direction they want to go. If we assume that they were considering the Huskar.
Well, they're taking their sweet time on this 4th ban. But CIS Rejects, they've got good laning support, displacement from the Rubik and Telekinesis. D2CL on the off lane is going to be annoying pretty much no matter who you put up there. As there are a few heroes that deal well with him, like Anti-Mage is pretty good with the Quelling Blade. Bloodseeker is like the counter to D2CL in a lane. You can just throw him up there 1v1. And that's what I'm really looking at here for KP. Dazzle plus Bloodseeker is incredibly annoying to deal with. And when you've already got Clockwork offlane, Wind Ranger mid, you've got tons of control, long-range initiation, and ways to hold people in place for things like Bloodright, then try and make them run around with the Rupture out as well.
5 seconds.
So far, I really like Bloodseeker as a pick for KP, but obviously it's early days, and CIS Rejects are yet to show their hand for either mid or safe lane.
Is a Bloodseeker the same old Bloodseeker? Or do you think he's a bit worse now?
What got
He
changed?
got he got some small nerfs, right? The heal on Blood Rage is reduced. I think it's only 25% at max level now instead of from level 1.
Yeah.
And I think that the scaling on
Of thirst.
thirst changed.
From 100 to 25 to 75 to 25.
10 seconds
Right.
remaining.
So
I mean,
two pretty significant, but
seconds
I don't know.
remaining.
I mean they it depends on how good you think the hero was before, I suppose. If you think the hero was
Reserve
just good
time.
before, then that's quite a big deal. If you think the hero was really good, it would still be good, certainly.
so I think it's still a very strong laning counter against the Darkseer. In the first instance, the Blood Rage heal from 25% to 19 at level 1 doesn't feel like a big nerf on lane creeps. You know, you're still going to be healing yourself up through the Iron Shell damage anyway. Maybe the thirst difference is going to be the deal breaker, where maybe you'd like to be running around and really chasing the Darkseer and missing out on potential kills that you would have made before. But I'm not too sure. It's always with one of those heroes, Bloodseeker and Huskar, it comes down to like player preference and how they feel on the hero, rather than the sort of, oh, we need to pick a Bloodseeker here, we need to pick a Huskar here. I always really feel that it's the player themselves that says, I want to play Huskar, I want to play Bloodseeker. It's a really good spot for it, because it is it's one of those niche heroes that really only the kind of you know, like savant players themselves know exactly what's coming. Oh god, I was going to come to this in a second, but Anti-Mage still in the pool against the Wind Ranger, obviously going to be great. The Zeus is now picked up. I don't know where the Zeus is heading, but against the Anti-Mage, I really feel that you ban Bloodseeker as your 5th ban here.
Yeah, I think
10
so.
seconds
Although,
remaining.
again, if the Bloodseeker were to get picked up now, then that has to be a
5
support
seconds
Zeus,
remaining.
or support Wind Ranger, or support Clockwork. At the same time, with those
Reserve
3
time.
heroes as your cores, there is so much pressure on you if you need to win against a anti-mage lineup. Because if the anti-mage gets farming, it's almost as good as over, because Zeus is
10
not going to interact with
seconds
anti-mage
remaining.
all game. And that's one of your cores. Clockwork can get that initial hook on him
5
for a gank,
seconds remaining.
but it's not going to be able to kill him.
Radiant
So do you
team
think
So it
Spectre?
would be completely up to Wind Ranger.
Instead of a Bloodseeker, do
Um,
you think like a Spectre or something then instead? Because the global out from Thunder God's Wrath plus Haunt could be pretty potent.
Yeah, it's a strong combination. The Bloodseeker actually gets banned, so
Dire
they're
team
calling it like you did.
Yep.
It's a strong combination, the Spectre and the Zeus, also with the Clockwork. It's not necessarily that good against the anti-mage, I think. I think they'd still I think they'd still depend exclusively on Wind Ranger to deal with anti-mage, which is kind of where they're sitting right now. And so it's an awkward spot because, okay, well, that's the answer to
Radiant
anti-mage.
team pick.
We're going to doom him. And Doombringer is a hero that's also got some buffs. And it's a hero that's been out of the metagame for a really long time. So, I mean, there've been times that Doombringer has been completely dominant when it has been in the metagame. And a lot of the time it's been linked to the fact that it can shut down one hero really, really hard. So, well suited to what they really needed here.
10
It's,
seconds
I guess, an
remaining.
independent question if it works. Like, were they planning to run a support Zeus?
5 seconds
Is this
remaining.
now an adaptation to the fact that the anti-mage came out?
See, that's the thing. I have so many questions about this draft
Reserve
because
time.
the Doom, he can be 4-roll Doom. He can be in the jungle. So they could run Clock bot, Wind Ranger top, Zeus mid, Dazzle support, and have Doom jungling as a 4 spot and just build yourself up from there. You can have Doom safe lane with Zeus Clock off lane and have a dual lane there with the Dazzle and the Doom together, the Wind Ranger mid. You can have the Doom mid I don't think is going to come out just because he's got awful armor. Even with the Scorched Earth buff, I don't know if he's got enough, power to stay mid. Like Devour, sure, or Quelling Blade and Stout Shield, sure, you can kind of stay there, but you're not going to be able to shove waves. You can't really hold your own against the natural mid laners that are still out there. Leshrac is... It's so funny, actually, that we've just gone from having constant stream of, 100%, 99% games where Leshrac is banned in the first phase, to all of a sudden he's not banned or picked, and no one really talks about it. He's just kind of forgotten, like, the evil son that's been segregated and disowned and sent off to another part of the country. Leshrac.
It's like Sniper all over again. And where's Toby when you need someone to get excited about Elder Titan? That's I.
Elder Titan. That is a hero in Defense of the Ancients, I think.
Yeah.
We've
I think it. There was that one game a week or two ago that got picked up that Toby was casting, and I know he like threw a bit of a fit about it, and I
Oh,
think
he
it ended
flipped.
up just Yeah, I think it lost that game. Didn't really do much, if I'm right.
I can't remember. I didn't
I-
watch the game. I saw the highlight of him flipping out when it got picked up though in the draft. Right.
Well, in tribute to him, we've at least mentioned it. It is a
10
support Elder
seconds
Titan,
remaining.
and I've crashed again. Have you crashed?
I have not. I actually have not
How
crashed.
did it's like all the
I can't hear you. It's,
what?
your
Why
Skype,
me?
when you open up Reborn, your Skype bugs out and starts lagging super hard. Oh, but yeah. Game 3, guys. CIS Rejects against
Well,
KP. Elder Titan, where are you heading? So always want to fly boots first Elder Titan. This is something we saw Navi do a decent amount. You know, ET in Dota 1 was mid-hero, then... Oh, now I've crashed. Bollocks. No, that's not what I wanted.
Well-
That's what I wanted. Oh god, it's fully gone. Scant, hello?
Hello, hello.
I've fully crashed.
I have uncrashed. I'm on my way back in, so how's that? I can actually see what's happening in the game.
As the moon.
To bedrock I return.
Bone 7 is on Zeus. That does mean what? Oh my! I just crashed again right after first blood. I didn't even...
When someone's died?
There was a first blood. There was a first blood before the creep spawn, and I saw the pieces and remember.
Right, who died? Oh god, who's died? Always want to fly. The Elder Titan has died. Come with me. Has actually picked him off. Right. Okay. So cancel mid-wind ranger. Bone 7's on the Zeus. So they're running support clockwork here. Come with me. Last strike race not gonna land, but Goretz is getting in there with the Iron Shell. Cancel on the way the hell out of there. But Anti-Mage and Lena both get the bounty runes. Bisa, one roll Doom, both need playing the Dazzle over in that 5 spot. Cancel mid-wind ranger, and he's gonna get forced out by Always Wanna Fly. The right clicks coming out from your Elder Titan. He's got his Spirit as well, but actually misses there. Sends it back to himself. And he's on the run. He's gonna get chased out by Bisa, who wants to devour the first creep out from the jungle. But lane creeps have already met. Mid, yep, cancel Wind Ranger. Bot lane, come with me, is... Wait a second. Off lane, Clockwork, come with me. Bone 7 boots first Zeus. I don't know where the Zeus is going.
He doesn't have any mana left either, so is he just supporting and stacking a bunch of camps? Zeus is meant to be able to stack multiple camps at once, but not at level 1, definitely.
I'm not
I
too sure.
guess that's, yeah, they just... That tells me that this Zeus was meant to be a core, and they had to improvise once they saw the anti-mage. And then I think they just decided that maybe Come With Me is not comfortable playing support Zeus and Bone 7 is.
But both of them going for boots is kind of interesting. Like, support Zeus usually goes for a bunch of clarities and regen and things like that, just to hold his own. So, both of them are kind of aiming for a core role here.
Yeah, I mean, Bone 7 is definitely going to be the 4 position role, and obviously once Clockwork's level 6, it's not a hero that takes a lot of space off the map, so Zeus could actually switch into that role. So it can work out. The question is more how the Zeus functions now. It looks like he's going to run down to that bot lane. They're actually going to run this aggressive dual lane. Try and just keep on Artez's back. But I don't really know if the Zeus Clockwork lane threatens the anti-mage that much. And Bone 7 now taking a detour, running to that rune. Probably hoping for bounty rune, but Fanscore's actually going to beat him there anyway.
Can he cliff him? Nope, Bone 7 with the boots is going to run himself away. Doesn't want to get cliffed up. But yeah, you know,
Cancel nearly died.
Is under attack.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and now he's...
Wait, Artez
Taking
has
a
no
really
mana for
long
blink.
run.
He's dead. Come With Me has been
Solo killed
religiously
by-
just like spamming out cogs to take down his mana pool. Cancel dies over towards the Ancients. What's going on here for KP?
Yeah, Yeah, Cancel got destroyed in mid lane, decided to just deny himself. But come with me, wow. I'm impressed because I was just talking about how Clock and Zeus together probably won't threaten to kill Anti-Mage, and Clock kills him on his own. That's bizarre. It's well played to the Clock definitely, and it definitely involves a whole lot of mana burning from Clockwork, ironically, onto the Anti-Mage.
Yeah. Like, Artez has walked into like 3 cogs, blinked forward looking for the aggressive player to come with me. Both of them had pretty much 0 mana. But Come With Me managed to regen enough for a level 2 battery assault, going for the 2-1-1 build over the kind of Rocket Flare level 2 that, you know, that's probably the thing here. We see so much of Rocket Flare level 2 or Max Rocket Flare or, you know, whatever variation of it from Clockworks now to get that farm that Artez probably expects it. He's sitting there thinking, hey, it's going to be a Rocket Flare build. That's what we see from everybody, but the battery assault just too much from Come With Me, and now moving Bone 7 down to this lane as well. Artez, Vanscore, and now forcing Always Wanna Fly to be here at the same time. While Goretz, the Darkseer up on top, is alone against Dazzle, plus the Doom. Doom is 14-1. You know, sure enough, Anti-Mage is leading in last hits. He's doing pretty well for himself, but they jump forward. They found Bone 7 with a stomp out, and the Zeus is dead. Vanscore, though, caught in the cogs. Come With Me, battery assault. 1 hit in there will finish him off, and they'll find that kill. Do they have anything to slow him down or stop him? Doesn't look like it. Does not look like it. So he'll escape back to the tower and find himself a little bit of safety. Some respite as they control bot Rune, who takes it. Both the Dire players are like, nah, you take it. Even though Clockwork's the one with the bottle. Okay, it gets refilled up by Bone 7. So he TP's in. So they allow Cancel to take the invis and maybe find something at mid, because 7-4 against the 19-5 of the Lina. You said he got crushed, but holy crap, Iceberg is dominating this lane.
Yeah, he's absolutely, completely destroying Cancel, and a big part of that is that first little skirmish that he wins, where Cancel has to run out and deny himself to the Ancients. And once Alina's ahead of you, it's hard to recover. In fact, Lina's level 6, you're going for that Laguna maybe? No, not gonna. But this is a Wind Ranger with no regen left at level 4. Can't afford the bottle. Lina's level 6.
Yeah.
Full health and mana, sending the bottle back to base already. So this lane does not become better in any obvious way anytime soon for the Wind Ranger.
Top lane though, easy pick off. Always want to fly Zelda Titan, just simple takedown. But the mid lane, it started even before that. You know, going for the top rune spot, the fact that Wind Ranger went through 2 wind runs as she ran up here, and then found the Elder Titan, so she ran back up to try and find the pick off there. Ran through a lot of her mana, a lot of her regen, the shared tangos, and was already on like half HP, so Iceberg just, you know, pummeled into her for the first minute and a half, the couple of waves.
Come with
there.
me.
It's fine.
Dive pretty deep in the bot lane, but they're not going to actually kill Vanscore, and now Artez... Oh, Come With Me is still going.
Oh, he doesn't get it! He doesn't get it! And Come With Me now. Battery source back up in 2 seconds time. Artez is hunting down Bone 7. Goretz, there's the Iron Shell and the Surge. Jump forward, blink. No, he actually does not have mana for it. Doesn't need it though, as the Iron Shell should... Oh, he goes in for the hit! I'm not sure it's going to be enough with the Grave out. Bone 7 is saved up, and Clockwork has found a kill on Rubik on the back end. Now, hunting Goretz with the battery assault. Plink, plink, plink. Is it going to be enough to keep him in range? Not quite. Gets himself away to, well, I was going to say safety, but Goretz has killed himself to Roshan. Thwack!
Yeah, he'll be okay with that.
Oh my god.
Roshan just gives him that one whack. Works out okay for him, but not for his team overall. And I gotta say, Artez's approach to this lane, the 2 early points in mana break and wanting to constantly be aggressive, I don't know if it's served him that much. Sure, he's still got the creeps he wanted, but I feel like that's gotta be the reason he dies in the first place, the Clockwork at the start. And the constant attempts to be aggressive by CIS Rejects in this lane has not really been working out.
Again, it's going to be one of those clowny games, isn't it? Wind Ranger 14-7. Clockwork is actually outlast hitting the mid laner with 15-1, but AM and Lina doing very well. The one kind of...
Oh, the shackle, the hook.
Oh, you're right. Come With Me's caught Iceberg. This is a big old kill. Even with the Laguna Blade cancel, take it out. There's no grave. There's no grave, but Come With Me does find the kill out onto the Lina. Buffney with level 2 grave couldn't quite get it.
Yeah, I think he wasn't planning on graving. I think they thought that Come With Me with the high level, with 3 levels in battery assault, would stop Lina from being able to get it off. But not quite happening. And that's really unfortunate, because it was a really good shackle from the Windrunner. It was a really good hook shot as well, and the fact that Lina still gets a kill despite dying, it's just... that was meant to be a bit of respite for the Wind Ranger, and actually she's still gonna keep struggling.
He really is. The one sleeper cell, you know, the one factor here that KP have that kind of goes unnoticed a little bit is this Beast of Doom. He's got himself the little healing creep from the jungle, so he's got the mana aura and the little heal as well. But he has 45 last hits, he's got Devour level 1, Scorched Earth level 4. You know, the buff onto that, the damage and the heal you get is pretty ridiculous actually. While Goretz has been forced back into the jungle. So with the tier 1 dropping, Bisa should have full control of this lane. And it looks like he's going to go into an aura build here. Drums with the phase boots, then I don't know if that's going to be Vlad straight away, or if you want to go into the Blink Dagger first. Bone 7.
Goretz has been discovered by Come With Me.
Oh god, who's going to die first? I think it's Bone 7. Yeah, Bone 7's dead first. Then Come With Me finds Goretz in the jungle. Iron Shell, power shot through, but Goretz is dead already with a hook shot available as well. Maybe they look for more towards middle lane. They've got the Star Observer Ward in Artez. Artez, I don't think you want to jump here. Do not blink. Do not blink. A hook shot, Come With Me. Actually goes into the middle of two of them. Echo Stomp and the good damage out from Iceberg. They'll get the Mega Kill streak out onto Lina.
But Anti-Mage is wasting a whole lot of time actually coming across for this kill where he's not really necessary for it at all. Come With Me has had an excellent start to this game. Look at that, 5-1-1. And it's almost like the series so far is defined by his transformation. Game 1, he fared pretty horrendously. Game 2, it looked like he might be feeding at the start, but actually he did a lot of work and set up lots of kills for his team. And in Game 3, he started off with an absolute bang. So, kind of like the evolution of Come With Me. He's got a blade mail.
Yeah. Oh, I saw him pick up the broadsword and I was like, hang on a second. He's already got the rest of it in his inventory. Blade mail, you know, no treads, no phase boots, whatever. No tranquils. But he's got bottle, blade mail, and a smoke. Hookshot in 15 seconds. This anti-mage is in a ton of trouble. And the Lina's in a ton of trouble as well. I'm still waiting to see what Always Wanna Fly does with this Elder Titan. He's hit level 6. He's got... Wait, I guess he's got 3 points. 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. 3 points in the spirit, then 1 across the rest of them. But he's going to walk in to Come With Me there, who backs himself away, doesn't know who else is around.
Artez has had really good farm this game. And, I mean, I've kind of criticized the aggression that he's forced, but he's only died once in that first blood. He's got 2 kills since then. And he has gotten lots of last hits, so they do need to keep controlling this anti-mage. Like, sure, they've got the Doombringer later on, but I think they'll want to slow down his progression just a little bit more. Otherwise, he's still on course to get the battle free around 15 minutes or so, which is a pretty good timing.
Oh, Come With Me, found Lina. Iceberg, oh, Telekinesis actually saves the Lina now. The Blade Mail's up. Vanskor in trouble, pushed back by the Cogs and doesn't trap him inside as Cancel has dived under the tower, but Come With Me's dead. Punished for his insolence as he tries to kill off CIS Rejects' main hero, really, in the mid game.
Oh, Artez is going to kill Bone 7, I think. He's got the ulti.
One more hit, and then I'll go for it. Blink, hit, ulti, dead. No, waiting. Well, there we go. 2 hits out. That's what he was waiting for.
Yeah, just making absolutely sure. And he'll be very happy with that. Getting to dominate his lane aggressively, which is what he always likes to do. He wants to take charge in his lane that way. And that extra gold bounty obviously also going to satisfy him because he's now 1 item away from his Battle Fury. And the closer we get to the anti-mage getting more and more farmed, the closer we get to can the Doombringer really do what he's been picked for this game? Can he control the anti-mage as the game goes later and later?
Now, I kind of feel like Iceberg's Lina here has a... You know, she's got a ton of work to do, but she's got the levels and gold to actually accomplish this. Killing off the Wind Ranger, the Dazzle as quickly as possibly can in these team fights. But I've realized why they picked Elder Titan. Can you guess why?
Is it meant to counteract Weave or something?
No. Iceberg's like, guys, I want to pick Lina. Lina got nerfed. And you know what we can do to unnerf Lina? We can pick an Elder Titan. Just get that magic resist down, so my Laguna Blade does normal damage, my Light Strike Array does normal damage, and then I don't really care about the nerfs. It's just going to be a buffed up Lina. I can pump out the damage like I always used to be able to. So that's what Always Wanna Fly is. Always Wanna Fly is a counter Ice Frog hero right now.
The only problem with that theory is that if Lina goes Agnum Scepter, then you don't get the extra value on the Laguna Blade anymore.
Oh,
right?
that's true.
So it's still the Light Strike Array, true.
Damn. Damn.
What rune is it? Lina's in... Is she in trouble? She's searched still...
Well, now she's in trouble. I actually wanted to go for a kill there on the Cancel or Bone 7, but a hook shot from Come With Me.
Meanwhile, in the bot lane, here's Bisa looking for a Doom. It's going to be Rubik. Anti-Mage is not here, but I think this is a pretty easy kill.
The little throw of the stone, the mud golem spell. And Bisa.
Have you seen the shard splits in
Yeah.
Ringer before?
Of course.
Pretty entertaining.
Little
Gets the
Dooms.
2 little mini Doomlings.
Oh,
I kind of want him to die just to see it.
He's not going to die this game. Beasts are playing the carry. I don't think he can. And I'm guessing Blink Dagger's next. Pretty natural progression for a Doom just to go into the Blink and catch out this anti-mage whenever you can. But AM, 850 away from that Battle Fury, and that's when he really starts to pick up the pace. Oh god, Van Score. He steals Devour, but this doesn't do anything for you when there's a Clockwork here. One swipe, one rocket, and finally Bisa picks up another kill.
So I think it's in terms of the tactics involved, just KP's doing a really good. Well, Artez, there's a hook shot. He's just blinked. He's come with me. Oh, misses the hook shot. It's really clever to push Artez out of his safe farming zone, and Artez actually has to rotate away and finish his Battle Fury somewhere else now.
Shackle shot. No, latches onto the catapult. And this is something that a lot of people have been talking about. That, you know, the catapult now taking, what is it, 80% magic damage, and you can cast any spell on them. Mirana's arrow, things like Shackle Shot, are so annoying to actually land reliably. It's actually minor nerfs to these heroes because you can actually lash them onto the catapults now.
Yep, it's not just that you can hit them. It's that you used to use the fact that you couldn't hit them as kind of counter information to make the enemy feel safer than they actually were. Because intuitively you think you're standing next to something you're safe, and then the arrow flies over the wagon. Artez has moved to the top lane to try to finish the Battle Fury. Come with me, followed him here, but on his own he can't control him. Mid lane, that's a Laguna Blade on Bone 7.
Vanscore nearly died. Oh god, the power shot. Okay, Cancel isn't on low enough HP. But I think Vanscore was the target there, looking for him.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's Bisa, not the Blink. He's actually picked up a Sands for himself. Sands and Yasha Doom incoming.
That's very interesting. I mean, it's obviously a much better fighting build, but maybe I'm just wrong. Then it really does feel like they pick up the Doombringer in response to the anti-mage pick. Well, there's a Doom, and Always Want to Fly doesn't seem too concerned about his life. Turns around and farms some creeps. Maybe just baiting because Darkseid has mech as Beast is pushing out, but Beast has got nothing left.
Oh, Always Want to Fly so close to surviving there, but they do pick up Beast to throw him back. He's so quick! With the phase boots and the drums, he's got Scorched Earth down though, and the Shackle Shot comes out onto Artez. Locks him in place, and they finish him up with no problem whatsoever. There's no mech, there's no lift, there's nothing left. Vanscore running through the trees, and Beast is on the hunt. This Doom, 4-0-1, looking for a fifth, but Cancel says, no, I've had a pretty rough game so far. I'm going to take this one for myself. Come with me. TP's down to bot lane, runs himself over, waddles there with his little clockwork, and guys, where's the fight? I've got hookshot ready. I've got my blade mail. There's no one left to kill.
Yeah, and well, he finds someone. Always Want to Fly, TP's back in, and straight away Come With Me's on him, and I think Always Want to Fly goes down here pretty easily. Yep. That Shackle Shot in the previous fight was so big because Artez could Mana Void, and I think Bisa might have gone down. But first the Grave, then the Shackle Shot. And Artez will not be happy about that. He still doesn't have his Battle Fury up at this top lane now. I was talking about 15 minutes, that's how it looked to me earlier, and it's nearly 17 minutes he's not there yet.
Well, yeah, 13 minutes in, he had all of this and 800 gold. He was very, very close, honestly. A couple of creep camps, a couple of minutes of laning time, and he would have had it definitely. Mid, though, Come With Me. There's no hook shot, but he pops his blade mail in time, so the Laguna Blade not coming out of the Lina there. A little bit worrisome when the Clockwork really turns the face. He says, come at me and throw your spells down. While Bone 7, Arcanes, as well as the Soul Ring, actually transitioning decently across into a core role, actually getting a good amount of farm. You know, he's below the Elder Titan in terms of net worth, but he's getting there. Like that's the big issue. That's the big bonus for him. He's getting there. Whereas the Rubik's not really going to progress too well. I'm honestly quite surprised at how much farm Elder Titan's got. Always Want to Fly was given top lane to farm, bot lane. They're putting a lot of emphasis onto giving this Elder Titan actual time to get his levels in gold.
It looks like he's going towards the Yules of his own. Set up his combo, whether it be the ulti or the stun. But I actually saw, we were talking about something else at the time, but I saw Iceberg try to make a kill in Burn 7 by just charging forward to set up the Yules combo. And I noticed the Yules nerf. The cast range is just damn. I think it's 200 or 300 less. Well, speaking of Iceberg, he's been found by Come With Me. He will get Yules. Does get the Blade Mail off, so...
Oh, they've got the telekinesis. Thunder God's Wrath is good, and Come With Me just not dropping low at all. They turn back, and Bisa wants to get in here with the stun out from that Mud Golem Boulder. They've got Goretz with the Doom. The Elder Stomp, though, they all... Oh, whoa, it gets cancelled out. Is that Bone 7 with the Lightning Bolt stopping it? No, it's just always going to fly running away. Still finished off, and Vanscore is pounded into the ground by the Doom. Come With Me was going to get the last right click in here. Now it's Bisa. Aldabino with the Doom going to take him out. And KP, honestly, 7-16, they are just cleaning up. The Dogs here very near death, gets himself away even with the Doom on him. The anti-mage in this game, Artez, I don't know. Hopefully he didn't skip shoulder day or back day or whatever day, because he's got a lot of lifting to do.
Yules Scepter's cast range was changed from 700 to 575, so it's more than 100 less, and well, it really does mean that Lenas that used to just charge at someone, use them, and then pick them off, it's harder to do that. You're almost always going to get spotted, the person gets a chance to react. That's the difference it makes, and so I think it's significant. It's maybe more significant than the direct Lena nerfs that we actually saw, and speaking of Lena, again, being surged forward into where Come With Me is, and he'll get out of there. He's going to back himself out, even though he usually wants to fight. I think he's on a bit of a high right now, and using that confidence to make the right decision there. I think he goes down if he takes that fight.
But it's always, like, Come With Me had a great laning phase. We've got to give him that. But I feel that the past 4 or 5 minutes have been even more important for his team. He is always the hero that CIS Rejects find. He is always the hero that walks into Lena, sort of bumps heads and is like, oh hey, how you doing? Actually now hookshot in onto the creep wave, gets the hogs down. But they're not going to find anyone just yet as the shackle is returned out onto the clockwork. Rocket flare and stun. Bisa doesn't get the Doom. Good light strike array. The power shot down to 10. Health there for Iceberg. But bot lane, that's where we've got to look. Buffney, we've got to try and wait out the vacuum. Try and wait out these stuns. There we go. Grave TP. Oh, the stomp is coming. Is he dead? Grave and TP. He's out. There's nothing to stop him. He's going to escape and be fine in the fountain. Well timed for him. But yeah, Clockwork's positioning in the past 5 to 6 minutes, I've got to say, he's always been out there. You know, we talk about being on the front lines of team fights a lot, but here he's been on the front lines of farming time. The fact that Doom and Windranger have kind of been given this position of safety and power at the same time, where they can be aggressive, but they can also farm pretty freely, by the fact that Clockwork is almost, you know, he's not unkillable, but you have to pump so much damage and so many cooldowns into him, and then with the Blade Mail returning back a ton of that, it's so cost inefficient to actually try and kill him that him walking into the Lena, walking into the Darkseer and the Elder Titan, they kind of just have to turn away and say, well, you got us, you wasted our time, we're going to go back to farming now. But in that period of time, KP have just got so much more value. Yeah,
and it's really, I'm a sucker for these kind of storylines, to be honest. Come With Me had a shocker over game 1. Redeeming game 2, and just an incredible game 3 so far. Really, truly incredible. There's an invisible linear. I wonder if we're going to see a bolt. Might scout it out if they look for a ward or anything. But no, they're just charging straight forward, and that does mean that Iceberg's going to be split off from his teammates, and definitely CIS Rejects can't take a fight right here.
Oh, Iceberg. How long on that invis? Oh, they know now. Whoa. He was mid lane. He died to Rocket Flare and Thunder God's Wrath. I guess he's Soul Ring down low enough. Now, Iceberg was spotted out there by the Thunder God's Wrath, but gets himself into a good hitting position back over on the side. Roshan, he's dead. You got Solar Crest on your Dazzle, you got Weave Up, and Bisa with the Blink S and Y, Phase and Drums. More movement speed than, I don't know, a rabbit being chased by a dog.
Yeah, just 522 MS. Actually, when he has Scorched Earth, I saw earlier, when he has Scorched Earth and Phase Boots on, he is 522 very comfortably. So he's got the blink, he's got the max move speed when he wants it. And in the meantime, Artez has been farming. He has. And he is getting close to his Manta style.
Oh. Iceberg actually finds the Dazzle on the back. Do they have the way to chase him? Hook shot, cancel. Oh, no, 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 no. Cancel still wants to go in for this, but Iceberg yules up. A light strike array will land. A blink forward from Beast, though the Doom has caught the Lina. Cancel. Aegis is gone and come with me, trapped down on the low ground. The cogs are available, but he's only going to trap Artes in with him. The blade mail damage. The damage output is good enough. A cancel with the bloody power shot. Actually takes him down. Beast jumps forward. The stomp is going to land, and the Doom is held in place. But already the AM and Lina dead for 2 supports and an offlaner. KP not going to be ecstatic with that trade. The fact they lost Aegis as well out from the Wind Ranger, but they're not going to be too upset.
Anytime you kill an anti-mage against an anti-mage based lineup, you're pretty happy.
Yeah. Like it's not exceptional, but it's good enough.
But yeah, anti-mage will get his Manta soon, and from there he'll be even more difficult to deal with. But he's never going to be difficult to deal with if he gets blinked on and doomed, or blinked on and shackled. Although it looks like Cancel's not actually going for the blink dagger this game, going into BKB by the looks of things after that Agnem Scepter, which is pretty interesting. It's not a build that I think is that common to go Ag straight into BKB, but I can't think of what else he'd be buying with that Ogre Hub. It's got to be a BKB.
Yeah, I think you know that, like, Lina's gone for the Shadow Blade. And you know that the Aghanim Step is going to be delayed anyway, so going for BKB against Darkseer Wall, Mana Void out from the Anti-Mage is always going to be pretty damn good. It stops you from being annoyed by the Elder Stomp as well. Oh, come with me, come on. We've been praising you all game long and you miss a hook shot like that? Still going to try and run them down with the cogs. Pushes back the Darkseer. But the vision is given. Cancel doesn't get the shackle shot onto anyone, doesn't lash them to a tree. It looks like they'll retreat with what they've got. Come with me. I don't know if he can retreat, though. He's being chased with a Manta Style up from Artes, being burnt down and down and down. Cancel comes in, no shackle time. Actually just wants to try and secure the retreat from Come With Me as Bisa enters the fray. Bone 7 is smoked up as well. Iceberg, there's a smoke scout and the lightning bolt to see him as well. Jump forward, Doom. Iceberg is trapped here under that spell from Bisa. No spells to be cast, and deny incoming. No, they're not going to do it. Vacuum Wall catches Beaster and Come With Me, but the shackle out onto Vanscore. They've caught another support. They'll get the stomp onto 3 and finish off Come With Me's clockwork, but they're going to lose so much in return. Anti-Mage blinking the heck out of their Gorets, though. Can you escape? Can you escape? There's a stun in 9. It's not going to be fast enough. And another good trade out. KP, they'll get a tier 2 with this one as well.
Yep, and I was gonna say they don't kill the anti-mage, but mid lane they do kill the anti-mage. Van farming on his own, and Windrunner just hits the shackle shot and solo kills him.
Okay.
So pretty devastating for CIS Rejects right now. And honestly, I was talking to you in between the games, in between game 2 and 3, about how I just think CIS Rejects really like to play with momentum. I think they like to be ahead and stay ahead, and it's not been the story of this game at all, or the previous game. So they're gonna have to pull some new tricks out of the bag. I think it maybe starts with Gorets' Blink Dagger on the Darkseer, try to take that next fight. But Doombringer's Doom is just getting so much work done. It's like the classic days of when Doom was the top tier pick. In that previous fight, Lina does nothing. So one of your 2 main cores do nothing at all for the entire fight. She ulted someone, then she got doomed, and then she just died.
It was incredibly fortunate and very well played by Bone 7. His smoke was literally just about to run out. So the fact that the Lina with the Shadow Blade has been scattered out by Bone 7 on multiple occasions now with Thundergod's Wrath, as well as his smoke dissipating, he instantly lightning bolted. He knew that his smoke didn't just wear off, it was someone that actually spotted him. They got vision of that Lina very, very quickly, and Bisa just jumps forward, gets the Doom out, no problem.
Oh, Bisa's gonna be tested again, yeah, I think they might try and go on him.
He's tanky though. 2400 HP with a little bit to spare. I don't think... oh, they're going to send Artes in here as well. We'll actually go for the Yule Step to LSA. Bisa dropping low, Laguna Blade and the Vacuum. Okay, with Artes there, they do find the kill, but what's that? 3 ults? Oh, well, 2 ultis plus Vacuum expended. I can't account Vacuum in there as a pseudo-ultimate. But that is a lot of expenditure. They do, though, get a massive chunk of gold. 1,000 almost on your Darkseer.
Very fortunate there's no vision tracking them. Anti-Mage running up from that mid lane all the way up there, and look at the ward just being placed right now, because The Darkseid and Lina were waiting for a really long time, and they just called the anti-mage who casually made his way there, and then they knew that the kill would work. If there was any vision showing the anti-mage on his way there, that's definitely not a dead Doombringer at all. He's gonna go back. The vision goes up after the fact, and Bone7 now pinging out Iceberg. I think there might be an attempt on Iceberg with the Shackle shot.
They've got the reveal as well from Lightning Bolts. They keep the vision for now. Shackle, shot, not gonna latch. They don't have it. They've not got the lockdown there onto the Lina, and she's now building up into what I assume is Aghanims with a point booster. Could be Bloodstone, but at this point, I think you want that pure damage out.
Oh. Wind Ranger, sorry, has finished the BKB. And Come With Me is missing another hook at the bottom of the map. I feel like at a certain point after we praised him so much, he just has missed all his hooks since then. Well, that's actually going to bait in the Doombringer to be able to doom the anti-mage, and Artis goes down again.
They've trapped him in here, and Iceberg could go... Oh, no! He misses the LSA, and now he's being closed in. He's got no Shadow Blade for 15. They just blink forward. They've got this. All they need is vision and time. Bisa blinks on cooldown now. Come With Me does not have a hook shot. They've got to try and chase this Vansco TPing away. Cancel's already found a kill over on the side as he takes down Always Wanna Fly. But Iceberg will escape. Fortunate for him.
Doombringer has felt like just a legit, serious tier 1 pick in this game. So I don't know if this is enough to go on, because it's a hero that fell out of favor for a long time. Before that, it was in favor for quite a long time, and there was a stage where it was only a Chinese pick, and then TI came, and a lot of people were picking it. But that's TI4. That's a long time ago. Now he's been buffed again and given that little nudge, and I wonder if he'll come back into the meta game fully, especially in a meta where a lot of teams are doing anti-mage lineups, and it is one way to have a single hero with a particular spell dedicated to I'm going to control that guy.
Yeah.
It's worked really well this game.
I really like the fact that he keeps picking up these hurl boulders though. The Golem stun has been absolutely vital. They'll get the stomp down onto Bisa and cancel, and in comes Artes. Void, no, he's not there with the Grave. Come With Me, he's gone in onto Goretz. There's no vac, there's no wall, he'll catch them in the end. On to Come With Me and Bisa, but they're on the retreat. They're trying to escape from this, and Artes, are you just going to have to mana void up Come With Me?
Doom's coming off cooldown very soon. I wonder if they consider turning around.
Well, Artes is hunting for Bone. He'll get a bit of a body block there down onto him. Bone7, the Iron Shell, the damage output. It's going to be too much. Finished off by the anti-mage, and I'll also get Come With Me in the back as well. The rest of KP escaping as quickly as they possibly can. They know that Mana Void is still up, and Wind Ranger, prime target for it.
Yeah, unfortunately the Wind Ranger had no mana at all. I think if she has mana, as soon as Doom comes back off cooldown, they turn around and take a fight. But on his own, the Doombringer is not enough to actually win that fight. And he might go down here.
Oh goodness.
Well, there's a Grave, there's a Grave.
Grave will save him for now. Because oh god, another Yule Scepter. Artes can blink forward here. They've got the damage. He dooms out. No, he doesn't. No, he does not. 4 illusions. Anti-mage has made plenty of himself. And are we looking at a sudden swing? A sudden comeback here from CIS Rejects? This anti-mage has suddenly come online. And KP, they've been throwing bodies at the wall, but this brick wall ain't moving. Oh. Oh, Dazzle. Oh, Dazzly, Dazzly, Dazzle. There's no mana for Laguna Blade, and there's going to be a Grave on himself, but Wind Ranger's still caught here. With the Yule Scepter up, Bone7 tries the Thunder God's Wrath to kill off Vansco with the Pound Shot. They'll finish him. They'll finish him.
Middle tower is under attack.
Bot lane, now Hansel's TPing in, trying to find Goretz. And I think Goretz is just about going to escape.
Bottom tower is under attack.
I'm not I keep thinking maybe KP needs to be careful because they're giving CIS Rejects the momentum that they thrive on. But then CIS Rejects just kind of give them back a couple of kills and say, no, don't worry, we're still behind. Because I do feel like at a certain point, if you give CIS Rejects just a bit too much momentum, that is where they want to be, and they'll punish you for it, and they'll take the whole game. So I think KP need to stay in control the way they did in game 2, the way they quite clinically were aware of what the threats were to them, and just avoided those things happening. Let's not all get RP'd, let's not all get Winter's Cursed, and in this game, similarly, they need to make sure their Doombringer, it's essentially, they need to make sure their Doombringer is not getting picked off,
Oh,
which has happened twice.
He's walked into a sentry here. He's given vision and the full pathway and always want to fly ripped apart. Cancel with the BKB up, walks through the wall, looking for more as Goretz time to surge away. The 6-second cooldown on this hook shot. They might be able to find the Darkseer on his way out. He has no TP. He's got a blink in 2 seconds time. Have they got vision over him right now? Cancel's being burnt down by the mana. Well, his anti-mage illusions are just ripping him apart.
I think as long as Doombringer is not getting picked off, Windranger is not getting picked off, it's still very, very good looking for KP. But they did give away a few key pickoffs there. Doombringer did die once at the top lane, then got caught again in the mid lane later on. And the Aegis, certainly the rush is definitely going to help with this. One of those heroes is going to have an Aegis now, and that will mean there's only one that can be targeted by CIS Reject for the gank. So yeah, it's just Bisa. Bisa needs to make sure he doesn't get picked off, and the game keeps going as it is. His team's in a solid position. Well, he's actually looking for the pick off himself by the looks of things here.
Oh, he's got a... Oh, really? That timing halfway through the blink animation. Artez, you are dead. Come with me. Has a hook shot in 4 seconds time, and with a boulder toss, that should set up for it perfectly. Hook shot in. The LSA is going to miss as well. And it's just like you said. CIS Rejects, they got themselves into this spot where, you know, momentum is building. They've got, you know, that big old force behind them. And then all of a sudden they lose their 2 core heroes, and KP with the Aegis take as well just look like they're in a good dominant position right now to walk up to high ground, force buyback on the AM, maybe even just take a lane of racks.
Yeah, I don't know what you actually do at this point if you're CIS Rejects. If KP aren't going to keep, you know, making these small mistakes, letting their heroes get picked off, there's a I don't know, maybe Darkseer and Elder Titan are just going to get an amazing combo off to defend the base. Darkseer has actually, Goretz has got a Hex. So if the whole team's alive and Darkseer goes in with Elder Titan, starts things off, you can imagine a fight going well. But as the anti-mage player, or the laner player, whoever Doombringer wants to Doom, there's not a very good answer to that Doom with that Aghanim Scepter. Just completely controlling a hero every fight.
Well, Goretz, are you going to go in? Is it your time to shine? Because melee racks fall and KP say, you know what, we're out of here. Oh god, Cancel. Been hit by that stun. The Elder Titan stomp is annoying to handle. And Cancel is blinking himself back and forth and looking for the Regoose, but even with the Aegis, he doesn't want to try and commit to this. He's got his team behind him. I think it's just going to be a little bit of a bait. Throw themselves in there. The Elder Titan Spirit's not going to scout them out. Artez has himself up to top lane. KP. He's agging himself on Bisa. Plate mail into what I guess is Shiva's or AC. I'm not sure what you really ideally want to go for on this Doom. Like, Shiva's Guard was always like the Doom build for the caster build. When you go for the Aghanim Scepter Refresher, things like that. Oh, it's just a casual plate mail. He actually buys up a BKB right now.
Yeah, because what he wants to avoid is getting picked off, burst down. And that involves a lot of spells from Lina, from Darkseer, possibly even the Hex. So now he knows if his team initiates the fight, and he and his Windranger both turn on BKB, they will win that fight. They definitely will win that fight. There isn't really a reaction for CIS Rejects to take. If the fight's already started and Doombringer and Windranger have used BKB, you pretty much have to run away. Because turning onto the other heroes is not going to win you the fight, even if you do pick them off. And standing your ground, you're not going to be able to deal with the Doom and the Windrangers. Well, they try catch a Hex before, well come with me, breaks the smoke.
No, there's no sentry yet. Oh, they've caught them 3 in the cogs. This is it, that's it. Artez jumps forward, Bone 7's ripped apart, but they've still got the Doom down onto him. 3 are dead, 4, Elder Titan's gone, and Artez, I think that's game. 4, oh, everyone's just gone. Back. And that's the second or third time that Come With Me has found an Invis rune, scouted out the movements, whether it's a long trail through the jungle and seen everyone's, you know, little excursions through to see where they're coming from, or actually popping the smoke there with that Invis rune. Come With Me has been very fortunate with the rune timings. But this is mid racks, bot racks with the tier 3. And CIS Rejects losing 5 heroes there is just not acceptable, really. I mean, Heart's nearly up on your anti-mage, but he's got no buyback. You can't even defend your second lane of racks, and it might just be over.
Yeah, and it just seems like more and more CIS Rejects, the way they started the season, the way they started the series, there's a lot of positive in that team. There's a real potential there, but when they get behind, they just, I think they struggle to hold things together. They can, you know, fight their way back into the game, looking for pickoffs, looking for big fights. But in terms of their general mentality, their control, their composure, it just doesn't feel all there when they're not ahead. And even if they were composed at this point, like I said, I don't think there's a great plan for them. Because all it takes is Doombringer and Windranger getting BKB off in a fight. And once their BKBs are off, there is nothing. There is no answer to them if they're in BKB.
Yeah, you look at that gold graph. Cancel. Oh, Yule Scepter up from Elder Titan, but he's gone. He's finished off. Iceberg's looking for the Yules after BKB ends, but they see him. They know he's there now. The Thunder graph giving vision. Come with me. Hookshot forward. And Iceberg shackled to the tree. Cancel still has his Aegis, so it doesn't even matter if he gets dropped here. They'll find another kill. 70 seconds on the sidelines for Yelena. And the blink forward will ensure another kill. Goretz. Blink in time. Very, very close. But I don't think Artez has the same luxury. Artez has to blink away from his base. He has no TP, he has no recourse, he has no way to get back in. Tier 4s are forfeit. The only way they win a fight here is like a 5-man vacuum into Mana Void onto someone that already has no mana left. And that's just not happening here.
So it's gotta be Dazzle. I guess Dazzle's pretty low.
He doesn't
Maybe
have a big
2
mana
hits from
pool,
Anti-Mage. Yeah. And actually, come with me. It's just stopped Artez's TP. He TP'd to the lane, saw the Anti-Mage would go for a TP scroll and just completely controls him. And I think that's just gonna be that, because it's gonna be. I don't know if Artez even makes it here on time, or his throne dies.
He's jogging over. He's running. He's gonna get here before the throne dies. He's gonna walk into Buffney. You know, the Dazzle's dropping low. Doom is stolen out from the Doom by the Rubik. It's turned back onto Bone 7. So Ancient, the throne hasn't fallen. And CIS Rejects actually kill off 2 heroes here. I don't know how meaningful this is, how much of an impact it's gonna have. But my goodness. KP could have finished the game there.
I think so. I think if they focused the throne a little bit more while they knew that their Clockwork dealt with the Anti-Mage, they probably could just take it down. Because they've got themselves into quite a few little skirmishes there. It's not a huge deal, because both the Doom and the Windranger live, and those are the 2 heroes just really crushing the game. And I think it's just a matter of time at this point, before they make another pick-off on Anti-Mage or Lina or whoever else, and finish the game. They could probably just march straight up to the throne if they wanted to. Just threaten to Doom things, and you know, we've got Doom, deal with it kind of situation.
So Bone 7 on this Zeus, right? We were unsure about it. It hasn't really done. Oh, Iceberg's dead. The Daedalus hits. The crits cancel. Finishes him off. One more. A couple more, but keeps his godlike streak up and running. The thing is that Bone 7 Zeus, it hasn't been this consistent, you know, like every 30 seconds he's doing stuff. He's not had good laning presence, he hasn't been great in team fights. But it's been this really weird kind of impact where whenever it was needed of him, he has turned the tides of the fight. He's given vision from Thunder God's Wrath, he's scouted people out, he's done a good amount of damage, he's de-warded. It's just that little bit of, oh yeah, there's a Zeus in the game and he's really flippin' annoying. It hasn't been the same support Zeus where it's like, oh god, we've got to try and kill him.
Yeah, he's had some pretty important lightning bolts and Thunder God's Wraths. We don't talk about it that much these days, but the vision that was so crucial to the hero being a very popular pick a few patches ago, it's done work in this game, I would say.
Oh, now
and this will be the last fight. This will certainly be the last fight if they lose it.
Mid and bot are actually pushed out pretty hard. The smoke with the ulti out, a Cancel's dropping low, Vact back into the wall, and now they've got the Grave onto Dazzle himself. Come with me with Cancel. They're both going to die here. The Blaymail's up, but it looks like CIS Rejects are actually winning this fight. The Doom that was stolen by the Rubik is turned on its creator, and the little Doomlings that pop out of his body are actually taken out as well.
Oh. It would have been the last fight if they lost it, but they just charged into it and completely destroyed that fight. They did get a vacuum into a big mana void. They did steal the Doom, as you said, and it's... Well, come with me, hooks away to Bone 7. Some ninja tactics there getting out. And there's going to be a chase, actually, from Goretz, who's got the Blink and Hex. I wonder if How deep do they go here?
Very, very deep. Come with me. Gonna be okay. He's got hook shot. No! Bone7 dodges his teammate's hook shot. The buybacks are here though. The Doom onto an illusion. Come with me. It's not quite gonna die here, but Elder Titan will. Artez. Oh my goodness. Bisa. Shackle shot. Lashes! Oh my goodness, that is it. That's the game-winning play, honestly. Unless Artez gets away with 100 HP. The power shot, not quite enough.
He's got buybacks this time, after all the kills he made. So theoretically, the game's not over. There's still a fight left in CIS Rejects. And that's... that shackle shot sure was good, but Doombringer could have just not doomed an illusion and would have had a pretty similar outcome. So I think that further aggression, diving into the base, they had to know that the enemy team had buybacks, and I think that's getting a bit carried away with the slight momentum after winning a fight. I'm pretty sure Anti-Mage gets forced to buyback here. It's just kind of a matter of time until that happens.
Yeah, with no glyph, you've got to buy back relatively early as well. What's going on over here? The vacuum wall is down. Beast and Cancel both pop the BKBs though. There's a Laguna Blade dropping down this Wind Ranger, and there's a Mana Void. Mana Void ready. Blink forward. Oh, the blink away. Wind Ranger escapes by the skin of her teeth. The sentries are dropped. As Bisa actually blinks into the midst of the fight. As Buffney's taken out, Artez finds that kill. And the splitter, or the Earth Splitter, whatever you call it from the other Titan, Cancel comes back in, and Artez dead for 100 seconds. The quit.
Back for
Iceberg leaves. Everyone leaves. The GG is called. And KP, on their debut, they 2-1 CIS Rejects here.
And yeah, very, very shaky starts. Really got quite crushed in game 1. In game 2, they solidly took the lead and were very clinical in executing, finishing off the game. And game 3, they've done something roughly similar, a bit more rough around the edges, I would say, than game 2. Losing some fights, giving some pickoffs they probably didn't need to, but still looking to be the better team overall in the series for sure.
Definitely. Well, that's it for us tonight, guys. There is another game going on, though. I believe Cap and Blitz are over on the JD Red stream, casting the defense. So you can head yourselves over there. I'm not sure who's playing, though. Who is playing? 4CNL up against 4ASC. In about 10 minutes' time, we'll be starting their second series of the day. So we've already had their first series, which was... Wait, who was playing it? Oh, it was New Team against Danish Bears. That's right. The Danish against the Russians. But yeah, D2CL, that's it for tonight. Big shout out to our sponsors, G2A, Twitch, and D2CL themselves, as well as HyperX. But that's it. We'll be back tomorrow with more defense action. Might be some more D2CL games tomorrow, depending on the schedule. But there are definitely some later on this week. I've been Durka. Joining me is Scant. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.